you're out at dinner with the woman you love. The candles flicker, conversation flows, laughter fills the air. You buy her favorite wine, plan the perfect night. But deep down, there's a nagging thought. Does any of this really make her love you more? Is she loyal because of what you do, or is her loyalty hooked to something entirely different? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the biggest myths in dating and relationships. That women reward loyalty only because of what you do for them. That if you tick enough boxes, spend enough money, say enough romantic words, she'll be loyal for life. But what if I told you that, in reality, women are truly loyal to one thing only, and it's not what you think? Let's dive in. Throughout history, men have been taught to make grand gestures, buy gifts, and bend over backwards for the woman in their life. It's everywhere. Movies, songs, even advice from buddies and older relatives. Now some of you might be nodding, thinking, I've done everything for her, sacrificed, helped, given, and still she left. Others are proud, maybe a bit anxious. I provide, I protect, so she'll always be mine. The truth is far more complex and honestly, more liberating once you understand it. Let's zoom out for a second and ask, when we talk about loyalty in women, what does that even mean? Is it staying through tough times, not cheating, supporting your dreams? Or is it something harder to pin down? Current psychology and research on relationship loyalty tell us that women seek something foundational, emotional stability. On the deepest level, women are loyal to how you make them feel, not just what you do for them. It's not the grand gestures. It's the consistent emotional environment you provide. It's whether she feels truly safe, understood, and connected. In a 40-year marriage, she observed, for the husband, loyalty meant his wife standing by him during a battle with cancer, never missing a single appointment. For the wife, loyalty was him listening, really listening, night after night to her fears. Even while he was the one sick, both were showing up. Neither was counting up favors. Here's the real catch. Loyalty transcends gender. Women, just like men, crave consistent care, emotional attunement, and secure attachment. What they stay loyal to is not what you do for them, but who you are with them. Your actions only matter insofar as they reflect that steady emotional presence. Let's tackle a common misunderstanding. The idea of transactional love, where every good deed earns loyalty points. How many times do I need to pick you up from work, pay for dinner, or write a sweet note before you love me the way I deserve? You may never say this out loud, but many relationships fall into this trap. Do you show up when she's hurting? Do you remember what matters to her? Do you apologize sincerely when you've messed up? Do you make her feel safe enough to tell you the hard stuff? These are things no amount of money can buy. Let's drill deeper. Women are loyal to the feeling of emotional safety. You create, not just your deeds or achievements. Emotional safety means she can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. She knows where you stand consistently, no matter the ups and downs. She has confidence that you'll honor her dignity and stand with her, emotionally, not just physically. Think about couples you admire, maybe your grandparents, friends, or even public figures. When you see true loyalty, it's always tied to trust, consistent presence, and emotional openness. Grand gestures may get applause, but quiet reliability wins hearts. Here's another way to look at it. Men and women often define loyalty differently. When emotional connection is broken through neglect, emotional cheating, or lack of attunement, loyalty rapidly erodes regardless of what you've done for her in the past. Now, let's address an uncomfortable reality. Loyalty isn't unconditional. Women, like men, are selective about whom they invest their hearts in. This is especially true for women who've experienced betrayal before. They'll seek loyalty above all else, not because someone bought them dinner or planned a vacation, but because they value emotional stability above everything. Another crucial takeaway: loyalty is a reflection of the relationship, not a reward for completing tasks. You can do everything right and still find loyalty lacking. Why? Because it's not about being a flawless provider, but about establishing a secure attachment, a foundation of trust and mutual care. Let's get practical. What does it actually look like when a woman is loyal, but not simply because you did something for her? Also, if you're ready to fast-track your success, check out my new course in the description or comments for exclusive strategies. She prioritizes the relationship, not just the benefits she gets from it. All these behaviors point to the same truth. Loyalty hinges on shared emotional values and mutual respect, not remuneration. Conversely, women who don't feel emotionally safe don't stick around, no matter what you provide. You can build castles, write poems, fix every problem, but if she doesn't feel seen and cared for, loyalty evaporates. Now some men hear this and get frustrated. But I did my part. I checked every box. Why is she gone? The hard truth: if the emotional connection fades, no action list will win her back. If she's not loyal to the relationship's feeling, not the stuff around it, nothing else matters. Many viewers will ask, does this mean actions don't matter at all? No, actions matter deeply, but only when they represent consistent emotional care. It's not the single grand gesture, it's the million small, mostly invisible acts that add up over time. Psychological loyalty, according to attachment research, means you consistently act to support her emotional health and dignity. This isn't glamorous, but it's the foundation of lasting bonds. Now, let's explore a scenario many men experience. You give your time, resources, attention, and even bend your values to please her. In return, you hope for loyalty. When this doesn't happen, it's easy to feel used or betrayed. But usually, what's missing isn't what you did. It's the emotional alignment. Was she truly seen, respected, heard, and loved in the ways she needed? Did you connect on her wavelength, or just yours? The most powerful path is to create emotional security by showing up, validating her experience, and respecting her boundaries. This isn't about earning points, but forming a deep emotional agreement, spoken or not. That means genuine, open communication, not just talking at each other, really hearing, responding, and adapting. Apologizing openly when you're wrong, without defensiveness. Knowing her history, dreams, fears, and triggers, and honoring them. Supporting her emotionally, especially during life's storms. Encouraging her to grow even when it changes how you relate. Over time, these habits build a trust that forms the true core of loyalty. Let's flip the script. If women don't care what you do for them as much as how you show up, why do so many advice columns and social media personalities tell men to focus on doing more, providing, or buying love? Because it's simple and easy to quantify. Only by making her feel emotionally safe and valued will you inspire the kind of loyalty that transforms a relationship from routine to remarkable. It gets even trickier. Women are loyal, not to you as an individual, but to the state of the relationship itself. If the relationship is a source of comfort, emotional growth, and security, she stays. If not, she moves on, even if you do your duty every day. Let's consider a common viewer question. What about women who stay for material reasons, security, gifts, or status? Isn't that loyalty? Here's the subtle difference. Staying for material benefits is not loyalty. It's an exchange. Loyalty emerges when she chooses you, unwaveringly, even when the easy path would be to leave. When you lose your job, when you're sick, when you fail, true loyalty shows up. They've weathered betrayals, hardships, and disappointment, yet stayed loyal, not for what they got, but for the rare feeling of being totally known and safe together. Let's bring it all together. If you're chasing loyalty through gifts, service, or achievement alone, you're running uphill. The only thing that inspires deep loyalty in most women is the consistent experience of emotional safety and connection. She does not care about the ledger of acts or the sum of your efforts. She cares how, day after day, you make her feel. And here, women and men aren't all that different. Grand gestures fade, gifts are forgotten. But a relationship rooted in mutual emotional stability, where both partners feel safe, heard, and loved, is the birthplace of loyalty. So, if you want loyalty, stop trying to earn it through deeds. Instead, lean into emotional presence, stability, and care. Thanks for watching. If you want to get the results you wish for fast, then check my limited time offer on my new course, which will skyrocket your success in dating. Click the link right now down below in the description or in the comments and grab this opportunity. See you in there.